Yo, what is going on, everybody? Carnage back here again. I am a little sick, so if I do, pause the video, I do apologize. But currently, as most of you know, I moved, and as you can see right over there, I do have some stuff that needs to be unpacked. But uh, just doing something a little different. Like I don't have any room to display these, but you know, this is probably the closest I'll get to like a full collection video for a while. But yeah, starting off with the first box that I have. Uh, Fully honest, not 100% sure what's in most of these, just because some of them have been packed away for quite a while. But from what it's looking like here, these are ones that I just recently put in here last time uh, when I first announced when I was moving. Looks like this is mostly like space characters, Iron Man, and villains. But anyway, starting off, first one is Loki from the Smart Hulk Build-A-Figure Wave. My friend Optima Awesome gave me this one, so shout out to him. There's just all the accessories in all their glory. A DC Universe stand, more accessories, cool. And next up, one of my personal favorites, Kang, the Conqueror from the Joe Fixit Wave. Very cool one. I know they just announced, or I shouldn't say just announced, but they have a new one that's currently out. That comes with a throne, I believe. Personally, not a huge fan of it, but just because I have that one and I don't really care to have Kang with the throne. Next one up, one of my personal favorite Spider-Man villains. Almost said Kraven the Hunter, Mysterio from the Lizard Build-A-Figure Wave. Also, fun fact, one of the first characters I ever got a double of, and he does kind of have a little bit of a scuff on the back of his helmet. Don't know if you guys can see that. So hopefully that rubs off, but I mean, it's on the back of his helmet, so it's not a huge deal. Sabretooth from the Bonebreaker Wave. This is the first appearance Sabretooth. And then my little army, and I do mean little because it's exactly these three, of Ultron. These two are from the Cassie Lang Build-A-Figure Wave, I believe. I believe that's what it was. And then this one was from the Ursa Major Wave. Still the best looking Ultron they've released, like, ever. Like, I mean, if they want to make money, they should do this as a multi-pack, because I would definitely buy at least, a couple of them, just because you can't have too many Ultrons. And speaking of too many Ultrons, here is two Hydra agents. The only two Hydra agents I have, actually. Bought both of those off of eBay, which very happy with. Like, they're on basic articulation, but, I really like, the army. Well, I shouldn't say I like them, but I like, the figures. Like costume, just because green, yellow. I'm just gonna shut up before I dig myself a deeper hole and out myself as, like, a Hydra, supporter. But anyway, Thanos, definitely one of my favorite Marvel Legends that's come out in, like, the past, God, like, when did this come out? Like 3-4 years ago? One of my favorites. This came out in a deluxe pack. I found it at Target, actually. Was very, very, very happy when I found that, just because, just got my first paycheck from my job I started at the time, and, just wanted to go out, see what was out there. Found Thanos, and he was with me in college, so pretty badass. This one's actually another one I got from my friend Optima Awesome. Lasher. Like, he sent this to me. Like, I know he wasn't fully complete, just because I know he was missing a couple of his tendrils, but, still very nice of him. Very, very thankful for him. So, shout out to you, Optima Awesome. I said that kind of weird. Another one of my favorite ones that's come out in the past, like, 7-ish years, I think. The Prowler. One of the cooler figures that came out in that Lizard Wave, along with Mysterio. Like, that entire Lizard Wave came out with so many cool ones. Like, and I just realized I pulled out 3 Lizard characters in, Prowler, Mysterio, and the Lasher. Like, oh, who came with that wave? Gwenpool came with the tail. Spider-Punk, Spider-Man Noir, what's her name? Jessica Drew? Spider-Woman? Like in her more modern outfit, I know. Lasher came with the head, I know. I feel like I'm missing, because both of the Spider-Men came with an arm. Mysterio and Prowler came with a leg. Gwen came with a tail. Lasher came... No, I named them all. Okay. Sorry, kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent, just because, I was trying to remember. Another one my friend Optima Awesome gave me, Beta Ray Bill. Still one of my favorite ones in my collection. Very, very happy with him. Also came with the Smart Hulk Build-A-Figure wave. And he also sent him with that Loki, too, I know. And then, this one was my favorite in my collection for, a long time. Kraven the Hunter, the one from the Rhino Build-A-Figure wave. Found him at a Walgreens. I also saw... who was it? Because I know at this Walgreens they had the entire wave. And, I wanted to go back and get, so many of the figures from that wave. But never, ever got back to it. Because they had Ghost Rider, Superior Venom, which I later bought off of eBay. So many cool ones. And I really wanted the Scarlet Spider from that wave. I still want that specific Scarlet Spider just because, that is what my Grail figure is. The new one's pretty cool, but I really, really do still want the old one. And I'm probably in, the minority for that. This one's a cool one that came out, a couple years ago. The Destroyer came with a Thor that's pretty meh, in my opinion, just because it's reused, just slightly different body. But this one, though, nothing beats this. It's definitely, if you just look, he is definitely, the tallest, 2-pack Marvel Legends that's, I think, ever come out. And, I mean, I might be wrong about that, but, and then just a lot of, custom stands that I made out of coat hangers. Maverick, he was one I really enjoyed, posing around with. I can't really think of the wave he came from. I think it might have been Strong Guy, now that I think about it. But, I mean, I may be wrong about that. Oh, another one I have a couple of, because it's an army builder. 2 Hand Ninjas. I think I have a third one somewhere, because I know I bought one off of eBay, and then I found 2, at a comic convention. But I don't know if that's in this box or if it's in a different box. It's probably in a different box. So, next one up is not Baron Mordo. I forgot his name. Von Strucker, I think. He came out with the Puff Adder wave, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I just know I bought him after I got back from a vacation a couple years ago. And actually, on that vacation, my dad drowned in the ocean. He's fine now. His lungs are a little messed up, but I mean, he's fine. Well, I mean, as fine as, a 50-some-year-old man can be. So, another one of my favorites, this is from the Zemnu Build-A-Figure wave, the Red Skull. And I swear, he's only my favorite just because he's fun to pose around. No other reason. And I really need to stop talking about this kind of thing, just because I feel like I'm digging myself a deeper hole every time I say something. This one I was so excited when they announced it. This is Cosmic Ghost Rider, and right next to him is his, space cycle. So, was very, very happy when I got him. Granted, he does kind of have, not the greatest articulation, but I mean, let me just say, the fact that they even made him, I'm just so happy with. I kind of do wish they would update him a little bit. Just specifically because, I don't really like his neck joint / helmeted head. I wish they would have given him, an alternate, head with a, Frank Castle head. Old Frank. So, that would have been really, really cool in my opinion. But they didn't. This one I actually bought at a toy show, maybe a year or 2 ago. This is and I know this is the Walgreens exclusive one, because this was still mint in the box when I, got it. But I just had to open it just because I did not have a Silver Surfer. I had the one that was from the Thanos Win storyline. The Fallen one, I think it was. I think that was his name. But I got an actual Silver Surfer. And then just as I got that, they announced the, what was it? The Galactus Build-A-Figure that, had the new Silver Surfer and, like, a couple other, what are they called? Heralds. Yeah. Gladiator, I bought him off of eBay a while ago. Like, I specifically wanted him just because, I thought he looked kind of cool, and I didn't really have a huge, like, cosmic, thing set up. And I was kind of wanting to build out my cosmic stuff. And here's another one I bought off of eBay, which kind of regret doing that because, I saw him at a Walgreens, because this was a Walgreens exclusive, but I never saw him at any of the Walgreens I went to until after I bought him, and I was so pissed because I could have spent $20 on it rather than, because it was basically like $40 free shipping and handling, which, I mean, not terrible with the free shipping and handling, but I mean, still, like, I mean, I could have, and he didn't even come with much other than like a couple extra hands and a sword, which I know I saw one of his sword in one of the baggies. And speaking of baggies, oh shoot, this one's not, okay. This one wasn't closed, but more accessories. Oh, and then here's the Herbie that came with the Invisible Woman from the Walgreens exclusive. I think it was the Walgreens exclusive. Madam Hydra, I think her name is, or Viper. It's either Madam Hydra or Viper, one of those two. The very, very cool Kingpin from the Hawkeye TV show. Like, one of my, like, I don't have an actual Kingpin, but I'm very happy I have, this one. And by actual Kingpin, I mean, like, the comic one. Like, I know for the Build-A-Figure, I only need 2 more pieces, and then I have him fully complete. But, I mean, I know they also released the, like a more comic-accurate one. And speaking of comic-accurate, kind of wish they would give us a more comic-accurate version of the Watcher. This is the one from the What If Series 1, which was very happy when I, found that wave. Like, that was when I was living with my aunt and uncle, and it was actually the, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I went to this Target, like, so many times over, like, 2 weeks just to specifically get all those pieces. And I know the ones I bought first were Heartless Doctor Strange, which he's actually right here. I love this one. This is one of the coolest Doctor Stranges, in my opinion. Such a cool figure. And also one of the best episodes in that series, in my opinion. And I also got the Zombie Captain America, I believe. I know I had the picture on my phone still, but, I deleted it when I found it because I was like, oh, okay, don't need that. But I'm pretty sure it was Zombie Cap and Heartless Strange that I bought. Going to the DC Universe, we have Blue Beetle. And I think he was actually the last DC Universe Classics figure I bought, which was like over a year ago at this point. And let me just say, now that I have the Walgreens one, this thing definitely got downgraded quite a bit. Like, don't get me wrong, still really love it, and I'm still going to keep it, but, compared to, the one I have in my little display, like, it's right behind my shoulder, the one I have down there, like, this one's definitely kind of plummeted a little bit, favorite-wise. This one I actually found at an antique store a couple years ago, Drax from the movie, and this is the one from Volume 1, I believe, which, very cool. Was very surprised when I found him. I bought him plus the Toy Biz long shot, and then they announced a new long shot, and I was like, God damn it! But I mean, I only paid like $8 for both of them, I think, so not bad. Kind of jumping again, Conor McGregor. Specifically bought this just because I really, really loved his chest tattoo. So cool. Very, very happy with him, and I don't think they've really even made any more MMA fighters since then, like action figure wise. And then we have the video game. What is this? Space Armor Iron Man, or was this Stealth? I can't remember. But you know, this one came from the Joe Fixit wave as well, and was one of the many armors that you could get in that video game for the Avengers. Punisher War Machine. I think this was a GameStop exclusive, but not fully sure. I mostly bought it just because I didn't have a War Machine in my collection, and this is a War Machine figure, just with the Punisher logo on it. That's all it is. I mostly just bought it just because at the time I was really digging the Punisher, and don't get me wrong, still a fan of the Punisher, just not as huge as I once was. One of my favorite Iron Mans, the stealth armor. Do I know why it's my favorite, or one of my favorite Iron Man costumes? No. But you know what? It's still very badass. And then we have Power Man from the Mindless One Build-A-Figure. And then, when I bought the 2-pack, I just kind of put him off to the side, so yeah. But I do know, and again, I do apologize if my nose is kind of like, if I keep, like I mentioned, still not feeling 100%. And then we have the Hydra Stomper, I believe the name is. Yeah, got this for Christmas from my mom and my stepdad, so shout out to them. And I have almost every single, What If figure, except for, like, the ones that came out from the, what was it? I think it was the Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure, now that I think about it. Other than the ones from that wave, I basically have all of them, excluding the, what was it? Stealth Armor Captain Carter. And speaking of Captain Carter, here she is. Like, still one of the cooler Marvel Legends that's come out. Like, they did kind of oversaturate the market with her, I feel like, and basically kind of revolve everything around her, which pretty stupid in my opinion, but whatever. Here we have Black Panther T'Challa, which wish they would have given us more stories like this, where it's like, what if this character was this character actually? Because that was the best episode in that entire series, in my opinion. Here we have Bruce Banner from the Hulk Bruce Banner 2-pack. And I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I had to have Darth Vader, because you can't have a collection without Darth Vader. And I also do love that they gave us, an actual fabric cape with that. That's pretty cool. We have Nebula from What If, from the same story as the Black Panther. And then we have Sue and Johnny Storm from the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure wave. Let me just say, these were definitely a very good substitute, because I couldn't finish the Walgreens wave one. But let me just say, now that I have all the Walgreens ones, those are kind of meh at the moment for me. Like, they're still phenomenal, especially the Johnny Storm. Really happy with him. Mr. Fantastic from that same wave. And then one of the best Marvel Legends they've ever done, Stan the Man Lee. And I do have all of my movie ones, but I'll make a completely separate video for them. And this isn't even all of my actual Legends that I'm showing. I'm only showing 2 boxes out of, because I believe those 2 also have figures in them, plus 2 or 3 more in the other room. So I'm going to have at least a couple parts to this series. Batman. I think this came from the Plastic Man wave. My friend Optima Awesome also gave me this one. I'm not a huge DC Multiverse fan, but I mean, this one was pretty cool. He didn't have to give it to me, but I'm happy he did, just because, it's Batman. Who doesn't want Batman? And then getting to the Iron Man armors that I have, here is Iron Man 2020. I don't remember where I got this one from. I think it might have been, it was either GameStop or Walgreens, I know. And then one of the best Iron Man they released, in my opinion, the 90s cartoon wave. I don't remember the exact name of this armor, but, very cool. Love how they painted it, too. Just the best way to paint it. Another bag of accessories. I think this actually, yeah, this has my X-Men 97 Cyclops stuff in it, so that's pretty cool. Was wondering, where I put those. And then this Iron Man was actually the Iron Man I had in my display the longest. This is the one from the Black Panther wave, the Build-A-Figure, gosh, what was it, Dora Milaje? I think, like the Dora Milaje wave, because I bought the Namor and the Iron Man from this wave. Like, it's such a stupid Build-A-Figure, but I mean, all of the figures in that wave were pretty awesome, in my opinion. Except for, what was her name? Nakia? And, gosh, I want to say there was another one I wasn't a fan of, because I really enjoyed the Black Bolt, Namor, that Iron Man, and then they had Killmonger plus Black Panther, which the Black Panther was a little weird looking, in my opinion, because, this was the one that had butterfly joints, and it was the first time they used that body, but, don't fully remember who came in that wave. The main man specifically only bought this just because I am a huge Lobo fan, and now with the movie, or, the movie that announced him, I think it was Supergirl. Excuse me. I think it was Supergirl. Very excited to see that movie, just because of the fact that, we haven't seen Lobo since the TV show Krypton, I believe. Then we have, what's her name? America Chavez from Multiverse of Madness. I know my cousin really enjoyed her. Because she kept buying, or not buying, taking that one and playing with it. My cousin's 10, by the way. So she would always want to play with her when she came in my room. So I found one that was loose at a comic shop for like $10. So I bought it and gave it to her. And let me just say, she really enjoys it. And she puts on her doll clothes on it, which fit very well. So if any of you guys, have any female figures, I recommend buying like doll clothes. Specifically the ones for, what are they called? LOL dolls, I think? Because I think those are the main ones that my cousin has. Anyway, Mobius. Mobius? Mobius. I thought it was Morbius for a second, but no, it's Mobius. From the Loki TV show. Was very happy when I found him, just because he was a Target exclusive, I believe. And, Loki is one of my favorite shows, so. Next up we have Zombie Iron Man. Again, really love these, like, zombie figures. Really wish they would give us more of them, because, like, I mean, I'm not including the Giant Man, just because, not everyone can get that, but, I mean, the last zombie that I can think of was, Scarlet Witch from the Khonshu wave. Like, other than that, I can't really think of any more. Hulkbuster Wave Vision. This was the Vision that was in my display since I got him, and that was like 2017, and then I finally got the new one, which might be in that box, not 100% sure, but, after getting the new one, like, he's still an amazing, like, Marvel Legend, like, for what he did, and he still has a special place in my heart, so definitely not going to get rid of him, especially since, anyway, King Shark. Sorry, kind of went off on a little tangent, but fun fact about him, I bought him and the Iceman from the Juggernaut wave at the same time, and at the GameStop I was at, they had a buy one, get one free deal, and, they had, Vision, and I brought him up to the counter, and then the guy was like, oh, it's buy one, get one free, and I was like, oh, shit. Oh, no, wait, I brought Iceman up, and then went back and got the Vision. Yeah. I don't know why I still remember that. That was like 6-7 years ago. But, still holds a special place in my heart. And speaking of special place in my heart, Marvel Zombie Captain America. One of the best Marvel Legends that year, man. Like, such an amazing figure. Like, especially, like, just look at that. Like, you can't... God, that's so cool. And, God, like, this is still my favorite one from that year, man. I don't know if I made a top 10 that year. I think I missed out on that year, but, from what it looks like, just mostly Iron Man / What If stuff left in this box. Dormammu Wave Iron Fist. The Iron Fist everyone wanted for so long. And then they made the new one, and now, you know, this one's just kind of basic. But this was still, like, an amazing figure for a long time, and I still think it holds up even today. The Onslaught Wave Captain America that came with the werewolf head, one of the cooler ones, and I don't know how that happened, but he is missing some white paint on his back, and I'm assuming it's because I threw him in a box for I don't even know how long. Here is the, I don't know what the exact name of this is, just because it's a hologram. I think it's like the hologram Iron Man, but it's based off of the, whatever the suit from Civil War was. I know they used everything from that figure in this, but this is still a very cool one, especially with the fluorescent blue. Love it. One of the best. This is an older one. I think this is from the Ironmonger Build-A-Figure wave when they just started doing Marvel Legends again. This is an old one, and it's based off of more of the classic Iron Man costume, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. He's a little scuffed up on the back, but, I mean, I think I bought him, gosh, at like an antique show or something. Anyway, sorry about that. My dad just pulled up. Like, I saw him pull up through the door. Or window, I mean. And, you know, just thought I'd, you know, talk to him for a little bit. Just because, you know, like, technically we're supposed to be, my grandma died, and we hired movers to finally move stuff out of her house after 3 years of not doing anything. And they just got done, so, yay. But anyway, enough about that. Marvel Zombies, Scarlet Witch, very cool one. Very happy with that. Kind of wish they would have given her a different head with, you know, the hair down. Like, I know that for the show she was exactly like this, but, you know, I kind of wish they would have had it down just because she is a little bit hard to stand. Also from that Marvel Zombies series, we have Peter Parker, which I think the voice actor who voiced him is back voicing him in the new one. Excuse me, but I may be wrong. And then here is the Iron Man from the, what was it, Controller Build-A-Figure wave, I think? I think that's what his name was. Not positive. And then this one's one of my favorite Iron Man armors ever, just specifically because of the color scheme. And that is the Silver Centurion. One of the best Marvel Legends Iron Man designs, in my opinion. Alright. And that was the end of box number 1. And I do have another box right here, from what you can tell. So, we still got a little bit to go through. But I'll try to get through this one a little quicker. Bag of accessories. Oh, that's where Headpool went. Okay, that's where he went. And this is one I think has been boxed up for a lot longer than the other one, just because, you know, all the stuff in here is stuff I did not bring with me when I moved to Des Moines. But anyway, first one is, what's his name? Arcade, that's the name. And then we have Pile Driver, and this is actually the only, like, because, where is he? Yeah, like this one is a knockoff, and I didn't know that in the pictures, but, you know, like, I mean, with how the plastic feels slash, you know, don't get me wrong, like, he's painted okay, I guess, and, like, he fooled me for a little bit, but, I mean, you know, like, articulation-wise, like, he just fucking has none. Like, basically bare minimum for all of it. And I didn't realize that when I looked at the, you know, pictures. But, you know, still decent, I guess. Here we have Maggot. Weird figure. Don't know why I really wanted him the most, though, out of this wave. Like, it was him plus the, gosh, what was it? Was it Vulcan, I think his name was. Yeah, him and Vulcan were the two main ones that I just weirdly wanted. Like, I know nothing about Vulcan or him, but I thought he just looked cool, and, you know, Like, I just thought this was just pretty cool looking, also to go with the Cyclopses. Or, not Cyclopses, the Summers family. And speaking of Summers family, here is the Jim Lee Cyclops from the Warlock Build-A-Figure wave. I forgot I even packed him in. This is kind of interesting, just because, you know, I totally forgot I had him even before I moved. I mean, I knew I had him, but I mean, you know, I didn't remember I had him at my other place. Vault Guardsman from the Ursa Major wave. Pretty badass. Oh, whoops. And then we have a bit of a kit bash. We have the Odin Wave Hawkeye body with the Man-Thing wave head of Bullseye. Because, you know, Dark Avengers. Which, very, very cool. And then we have, I think this is the Venom I had in my display for my, what are they called? The Thunderbolts. My Thunderbolts wave. Like, Thunderbolts display, I mean. Just because I didn't have any other Venom, so I just was like, why not? So here we have the Venom from the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure wave. Still prefer the one from the Absorbing Man wave the most. Paladin, almost said Hyperion, don't know why, but very cool. Also, has a very decent body for, you know, if you're trying to build a Rexplode custom, which I know I was trying to do, but after I moved, I just kind of forgot about him. Morlun, whoops. Morlun, pretty meh, I gotta say. Got him for $10 off of Amazon. Despair, sadly paid full price for this. Such a basic figure for $20, man. Hydro-Man from, what was this? Like the Hydro-Man from the Molten Man Build-A-Figure wave? I got him on clearance too, I believe. Such, like, it's just such bad idea, you know, not giving him like any extra arms and only having these. Iron Patriot, I know I had him part of my Dark Avengers display. And, you know, like a year after I bought him, that's when they make the new one. In a 3-pack nonetheless, so. Ghost Rider, I totally forgot I had him in here. And this is the Ghost Rider wave one, I know. And, like, this did break, like his neck joint, I don't know if you guys can see that, where it's like little discolored, but I put a metal rod in his neck because the ball broke off in his head. God, I didn't even know I had him in there. I thought he was still at my mom's house, if I'm honest. And then here we have the Havoc from the Bonebreaker wave. I forgot he was part of that wave. He was another one I wanted. Still one of my favorite ones. Like, I know he's on the, not Pizza Spider-Man, Sunfire body mold. Also, something else I've realized about this, like, I mean, if you just pop the head off and just get, like, a custom head, this is basically the maker's body. So, like, I may try to do something with that at some point, but I know I do have a friend of mine who is making me a custom maker figure, so shout out to you, IZ. I don't know if he goes by IZ or Izzy art, because it's literally the letter I and then Z. Or if it goes is art. But anyway, cool guy. He's making the maker for me, and I bought his Omni-Man from him as well, which, I mean, such a cool dude. Really happy I got to know him. Anyway, that long shot I was talking about that I bought with the Drax the Destroyer figure. Sorry, I kind of had a mental stroke or something. Like I said, I'm not feeling great. Shriek from, gosh, what wave was this from? Was this the Armadillo wave? I want to say this was from the Armadillo wave. Same with the Morlun. One of the worst figures they've made in a while. The Hood figure. Like, the Hood, fantastic. This, just kind of ass. And especially with a couple of the accessories that he came with. Like, not going to say anything because, you know, reasons. But if you know, you know. White Costume Magneto. This was from the Tri-Sentinel wave, and I think this is one I bought on clearance, just because, you know, seemed kind of basic, and also Magneto is one of my favorites, and the only Magneto I had was the one from the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave, with like the black and red outfit, and then I saw that one, and I was like, okay, that one has, you know, looks cool, why not? And then, you know, like I'll show it eventually, but I do have the one from X-Men 97. And then the Juggernaut Wave Deadpool, one of the best Deadpools made. And I still think this holds up very well. Still one of my favorites. He came with a taco, alternate head, like literally so many accessories. Like a bazooka with a accessory of a boxing glove. Here's Multiple Man. Is this... No, not Banshee. Siren, I think her name is. But pretty cool. Same power as Banshee, I think. We have the retro card Iceman. I know I bought her on clearance. This is Marvel Girl. And I didn't really, you know, have her in the collection other than Phoenix. So that's the main reason why I got her. The Havoc accessory, which one of the coolest accessories they've made with a figure. Lady Deathstrike, I think. Lady Deathstrike? I don't know. She came with the Zemnu Build-A-Figure wave, though. And I did get the Toy Biz one of this. And then, you know, next year, this. So. It sucks when you buy something and then they just instantly make a new one. Black Ant. Yeah, like, I thought there was a deal going on at the time to get him, like, half off. And there was, but, you know, didn't realize, you know, that was for the people who had a card. So I was just kind of like, oh, heck yeah. And then I was too embarrassed to go bring him back. So I did sadly pay full price for him. Firestar, the original one that came from, or that was a GameStop exclusive, I want to say, was very happy when I found her just because, you know, her, the Iceman I just showed, and, you know, the Amazing Fantasy, not Amazing Fantasy, what was it? Like, you know, when they did the Retro Card Spider-Man line for the first time, when they first put Spider-Man in that line, that's a Spider-Man I used for them. And he worked very well for that, in my opinion. And then another one I was very, very happy to get an update of, the Sentry, because I had the original one from the Odin Wave, and let me just say, I loved that one so much, and then that one came out, and then I was like, oh my god, yes. And then I did use a sweatshirt for packing, just because I did have... Is there another layer other than this? No. And this is mostly my Deadpools and my Wolverines from what it looks like, along with a couple other ones. So, starting off, we have Pirate Deadpool, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, which I've been wondering where he's been, because, you know, I did pre-order the movie one a while ago from Deadpool and Wolverine, and it finally got restocked on Big Bad Toy Store, so hopefully that comes in, like, within the next few weeks anyway, just because I pre-ordered that bitch in October, and I just got an email about it earlier this month, and by earlier this month, I mean within the past week or two, I got it. Like, right now, it's February 1st, and I got that email in January, so. And these are just a couple customs, I shouldn't even say customs, like kit bashes I did, of just, you know, an old man, and then, you know, just a regular civilian dude, because when I made these, I was planning on doing, like, a Captain America stop motion, which I still plan on doing at some point, like, I still have the idea for it, but, you know, someone helped me write it, and then they kind of took over the whole thing, and then, you know, I just kind of never got back to it, but whatever. First appearance Thing, from the Writer's Wave. That was one of my earliest Marvel Legends I know I picked up before they announced, you know, the other ones. the best Wolverine in my opinion, Old Man Logan. And this is the 2-pack one that came with the Hawkeye. Still very happy that they made this 2-pack, just because this is one of the best ones, in my opinion. And then we have... I don't know what the exact name of this is, but I know this is the Wolverine from the cover of his first solo series. Like, first solo ongoing, I should say. So that's cool. Shikla, she came with Jeff the Landshark. Only reason why I bought the figure was because of Jeff the Landshark. And also at the time, she was married to Deadpool, I know. Oh, and then here's the original Old Man Logan that came out in the... Was this also part of the Warlock wave, or was this a different one? Yeah, this was part of the Warlock wave, because I know Colossus came in this wave too. I believe I found him at a convention for $20 in the box, and I mean, that's... He didn't come with any alternate hands or anything, which pretty stupid in my opinion, but, you know. And then Human Torch. This is, like, I use this because, you know, I didn't have a Human Torch at the time. And, you know, personally, I think of that more as a John Hammond one rather than the, you know, actual Johnny Storm one that we all know and love. But, I mean, you know, phenomenal figure for what I had at the time. And speaking of phenomenal, here is Richard Rider Nova from the Guardians of the Galaxy Wave 1. And I think this was the only comic figure in that wave, and he was actually the only one I bought from that wave. And he was actually one of the hardest ones to find from that wave, apparently. Yeah, the main thing I do not like is he can't go back. Like, he doesn't have that back articulation kind of like this. He just goes forward and then just stays like that. And anyway, kind of segueing into Venom Pool. I think that's what the name of this one is. But that was like a GameStop exclusive, and then it started showing up everywhere else, which was pretty weird in my opinion. Thunderstrike from the Joe Fixit wave. Pretty meh again. Like, it's not bad, but I mean, they could have done so much better on him. This was a GameStop exclusive Wolverine. This was like when Wolverine first returned. Sorry if you hear that, there's a truck outside. Actually, the first Wolverine that got released with a cowboy hat, I think. So that was pretty cool. Mostly bought that just because, you know, like I said, Wolverine fan, so. Oh, and there goes the semi that's hauling all of my grandma's stuff to an auction. Oh, that was cool. Adam Warlock. One of the... I know I bought him off of eBay, specifically because I was like, okay, they haven't made a new Adam Warlock. That was like 2 years ago, and now, you know, they're making a new one, so. And then, the Walgreens exclusive gang is officially complete, so. Here is the Sue Storm from that wave. And then here is Mr. Fantastic. Also, sorry if I kind of blanked out on that for a second. Like I mentioned, I'm not feeling the best, so everything's just kind of a little weird right now. Bonebreaker Wave Wolverine, the one with the flaming claws. One of the... Like, this was cool, don't get me wrong, but I wish they would have given us, like, you know, just regular fisted hands for him too. Just because, you know, it's basically just another Wolverine, just with flaming claws. And I put the alternate head on just because, you know, needed it to be a little different. Oh, Lady Deadpool. You know, I still remember buying this. I think she might have been the first one I bought from the Sauron Build-A-Figure wave. Yeah, she was the first one I bought from the Sauron Build-A-Figure... No, wait, it was... Lady Wolverine X-23. That was the first one I bought from that wave, and then I found her. Like, I never finished that wave. It was one I always wanted to. I wanted to buy the Bishop next, because in my head I had to buy them in, like, a certain order. This is also, like, when I was excessively OCD about this. Like, I'm not as bad about it anymore. I don't feel the need to complete whole waves for a Build-A-Figure I don't really care for anymore. But, you know, still. Captain Marvel from the Joe Fixit wave. I think. Was this Joe Fixit? Oh no, this was from the Abomination Build-A-Figure wave. The video game one. And why do I remember all of this? Because, you know, mildly autistic or something. I don't know. My sister thinks I might be autistic, and I'm saying might because, you know, I don't know. And then we have the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure Wave Deadpool in his X-Men costume, which one of the cooler like costumes for Deadpool in my opinion. And yeah, pretty cool. And this is based off of like the early 2000s look that he had, just on the more modern body with butterfly joints compared to, you know, the original one that Hasbro produced in the Juggernaut wave, because this one does not have butterfly joints and it's using the Bucky Cap mold, which I mean worked phenomenal at the time, but I mean, you know, then they started doing butterfly joints, and now, ooh, baby. Because personally, my favorite Deadpool is still the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure Wave Deadpool, the one that was like single packed, that was based off of his look in the 90s. The one that literally came with only 2 swords, and that's it. That one's still my favorite, but I mean, he's such a good one. Like, great articulation, very accurate design, in my opinion. And then the last figure that's in this box, and also the end of part 1, is the personal favorite Doctor Strange from, you know, Multiverse of Madness, in my opinion, the Defender Strange. I found 2 of these on clearance after never seeing the figure at all. And then I found 2 of them on clearance and spent like $30 on both of them. But yeah, that was basically everything I had for you guys today. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this. There will be another part, maybe this weekend if I have time. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. So hope you enjoyed it. Again, part 2 will be coming eventually. So stay tuned, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.